Good evening, wrestling fans. Hope you all had a good day today. Well, another edition of WWE Monday Night Raw is in the books, and I thought last night's Raw was pretty good show. I'm not going as far as that was an epic show, like Triple H said it would be, but it was a pretty good show. Kicked off with Rhea Ripley and Io Sky come down to the ring. They basically talk about their win at Survivor Series War Games. Rhea Ripley mentions that next they want to get revenge on the Kabuki Warriors and get a shot at the women's tag team titles. Alexa Bliss and Charlotte Flair come down to the ring. They put their 2 cents in, and they also want a title shot because technically they do deserve a rematch because they lost the tag team titles from the Kabuki Warriors. So then Alexa Bliss proposes a tag team match between her and Charlotte Flair versus Alexa Bliss versus Rhea Ripley and Io Sky. Io Sky says, we accept your challenge. So then, not too far after that, Raw GM and Pierce makes that match official. So that ended up being the main event on last night's Raw. The first match tonight was the first of 2 last time is now tournament semifinal match. This was Jey Uso versus LA Knight. This was a very good match. I thought both Jey Uso and LA Knight put on a very good performance in the ring. It was hard to choose who you want to win because they're both very talented in the ring. The match went back and forth. Like I said, it was a good match. But in the end, LA Knight defeats Jey Uso, and he advances to the finals of the last time is now tournament. Next up, we had a Judgment Day promo segment. Basically, all of Judgment Day, including Dominic Mysterio and Return Liv Morgan, come down to the ring. Dominic Mysterio basically talks about his win against John Cena at Survivor Series War Game. Basically says that I just beaten the greatest of all time, John Cena. That makes me the greatest of all time. So basically, he elaborates and gloats that he's like the greatest of all time because now he's the IC champion, plus he's the AAA Mega champion. And you gotta get credit to credit what's due. Dominic Mysterio came a long way since joining WWE, and I think this kid has a lot to offer. I think he has what it takes. I mean, he's still young. He's got to be in the WWE for at least 20 years. So, love him or hate him, you gotta get credit. Gotta get credit where credit's due. Dominic Mysterio has came a long way. He's very good in the ring, even though not fans like him. So, then Liv Morgan speaks. It says, "Look who's back!" And then she addresses the Judgment Day. And she tells Judgment Day, I've been hearing from people that the Judgment Day is weak. The Judgment Day has lost some of its gold. But then that stops tonight. And so then she says to the crowd, the Judgment Day is back, and we're going to take over Monday Night Raw and take everything that we own, meaning gold. So I thought this was a very good promo with the Judgment Day. At first I thought the Judgment Day would turn on Liv and Dom, but I think based on what I saw last night, it looks like the WWE is kind of like putting that onto the back burner for now. So in other words, they're going to keep the Judgment Day together and unified, and they're not going to have them turn on Liv and Dom. Now, maybe down the road that will happen, but for right now, from what I saw in their promo last night, it looks like they're united as one. So I thought it was a good segment. Okay, we had a tag team match between the New Day versus AJ Styles and Dragon Lee. I thought this was a pretty good match. I'm not going as far as a 5-star match, but it was a pretty good match. I thought both the New Day and AJ Styles and Dragon Lee put on a pretty good performance in the ring. I have no problems for the match. I thought it was a good match. However, AJ Styles and Dragon Lee defeat the New Day and retain the World Tag Team titles. Next up, we had a Vincent promo segment. This was a very good segment. I enjoyed the segment. Basically, the Vincent comes out to the ring. Paul Heyman does his thing. My name is Paul Heyman. Then he says, I want to do a few shout-outs. He shout-outs Brock Lesnar. He shout-outs Drew McIntyre. He shout-outs Bronson Reed. Shout-outs Logan Paul. And he shout-outs Braun Breaker. Then he announces that on July 5th, on the first anniversary of Raw on Netflix, the first anniversary, CM Punk will be putting up his World Heavyweight Championship title, and he will be defending it versus Braun Breaker. Now, I'm not surprised about this. I knew this was coming because not only that, Braun Breaker pinned CM Punk in the War Games match, but Braun Breaker has become dominant in the ring. And I knew eventually that he would get a title shot. Once Paul Heyman did his announcement, Braun Breaker spoke, and what a promo segment he gave. This is such a great promo. Basically, he says that I'm ready to be the top guy in the company. He then starts talking about CM Punk, saying he's got to beat his ass, and become the new World Heavyweight Champion. So I thought that was a great promo by Braun Breaker. And I really think on January 5th, on the first anniversary of Raw, Braun Breaker is going to defeat CM Punk and become the new World Heavyweight Champion. It's not against CM Punk, but I think this is Braun Breaker's time. I think it's time to be him, to be the man, to be the top guy in the company. And plus, I think WWE is getting ready to strap on the rocket on this guy, because he's the future of the company right now, WWE company. So I really think that Braun Breaker is going to become champion sooner rather than later, and I think it's going to be on July 5th, the first anniversary of Raw on Netflix against CM Punk. So great promo by Braun Breaker. I enjoy it very much. Okay, what's next? The other last time is now tournament semifinals match was Gunther versus Sosakawa. This started out a bit slow, but it got better as the match went on, and it actually became an awesome match. I enjoyed this match. I thought Gunther and Sosakawa put on a very good performance in the ring. I have no complaints about this match. Had a slow start to it, but it got better as the match went on. However, Gunther defeats Sosakawa and advances in the last time is now tournament. So, your finals in the tournament is going to be LA Knight versus Gunther. This match will take place this Friday on Friday Night SmackDown, and the winner of that match will go on to face John Cena in his final match at Saturday's main event, 7:30 in Washington, D.C. Follows the matchup between LA Knight and Gunther. I think it's going to be an exciting match. I think both LA Knight and Gunther will put on a pretty performance in the ring. First, who's going to win the match? My guess is going to be Gunther. No disrespect to LA Knight, but I think Gunther's going to win the match and go on to face John Cena at Saturday's main event. Okay, and last but not least, we had the women's tag team match. Rhea Ripley and Io Sky versus Alexa Bliss and Charlotte Flair. This was an awesome match, a great match. It's too bad that it ended in a DQ. And the reason why it ended in DQ is that the Kabuki Warriors came out, started beating up on both Rhea Ripley, Io Sky, Alexa Bliss, and Charlotte Flair. Then you saw Bayley come out along with Liv Valkyria and go after the Kabuki Warriors. Then all of a sudden you see Raquel Rodriguez, Roxanne Perez, and Limbo come out, and they just dominated the ring. They beat up Bayley, Liv Valkyria, Alexa Bliss, Charlotte Flair, Rhea Ripley, and Io Sky. And it ended where Roxanne Perez and Raquel Rodriguez pick up the tag team titles. And then you see Roxanne Perez hand Liv Morgan the title because before Liv Morgan went on injury, her and Raquel Rodriguez were tag team champions. But Liv Morgan hands back the tag team title back to Liv Morgan, and then you see Liv Morgan stand in the middle between Raquel Rodriguez and Roxanne Perez holding the hands up high, which makes me believe that Judgment Day is not going anywhere. It's going to stay unified. I don't see Judgment Day turn on Liv and Dom anytime soon, just because what happened last night between the promo segment that they had plus the way Raw ended. So overall, I thought Raw was a good show. I'm not going as far as that was an epic show, like Triple H said, but it was a pretty good show. Now tonight's NXT, it's the final NXT before deadline, which is on Saturday on Peacock, and you can have the two Iron Survivor matches. And I always enjoy watching these two Iron Survivor matches, both the men's and the women's, because it's so exciting to watch. It's kind of like a gauntlet, but it's different. So I'm sure tonight's NXT will be exciting. I'll be checking in on the show, what's going on in NXT. And then we got Friday Night SmackDown, and we know that we're going to have the finals of the last time is now tournament, Gunther versus LA Knight. I don't know what else is planned for SmackDown, but I'm sure by Friday we'll know what else is planned. Before I end this video, please, if you enjoyed the video, please like and subscribe to my YouTube channel. I try to grow my channel with subscribers, so if you enjoyed the video, please like and subscribe. Hope you all have a great Tuesday evening.